Oh, shit.
Here we go again.
It's that countdown again.
What does this thing even do?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the power to go out again now. Is this the power countdown?
It might be. Wait.
Freaking tickles my ears. What the hell is this shit?
Oh, wait. Lightning strike. No.
Oh.
I hope that doesn't happen. It is scary.
Oh, there it
There
is.
it is.
Yes. And I did tag everyone. It is shared. Woo! All right.
I can't barely hear that, but I don't know if
That's what's going on, everyone. You're tuned into the Just Let It Happen podcast. I'm Coach Ches.
I'm live fire.
KBT.
And if you want to see everything we do, go to JLIHPodcast.com. And if you want to support us, we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. All right. All right. So KBT expressed some concern. See, my audio just changed again. Let me make sure his audio is in the right place. So KBT needs to be going out there. Yes. Okay. You should be
Okay,
good.
I turned you up. No, I just couldn't hear the intro
Ah.
very well.
It might filter it out. I'm not sure. There's our background music. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on, Megan? Your Blues Brothers with the shades. Brian used to broadcast with the shades on all the time. This guy is the king of stealing sunglasses.
Yes, I am.
I'm pretty good at it myself.
Yes. I think when
I could be a douche with glasses too.
this is, I wonder if it's my noise gate on here.
I got no feet.
No,
on my
I
side.
hear you fine now. I turned you up. Look, I can. I don't know what these are for, but
All right, let's get. No. I need a stream output projector here. Okay. And I think he is monitor 2. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, no, my noise gate is. I need to turn the range down a little bit. Hello.
Yeah, you sound,
Nope.
you sound fine.
Hello.
KBT rocking the shades too.
And testing.
no,
All right,
it's just
just,
Brian. Ready? I got a magic trick. See?
nice. I got you cranked on here again, KBT. And the
Want
we.
me to turn myself down?
No. You're fine. 'Cause you sound good on. Oh shit. Forgot to hit record.
What?
All right. Well,
I'm recording now.
okay.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to pull the audio from the beginning part of the audio from Facebook. Son of a bitch. That's more work for me tomorrow. But anyway, let's go around the table. KBT, what's new in your world? What's going on? What's up?
Not much. I just woke up from a 4 after nap. Wow, a 4-hour nap after streaming for 11 hours previously. So I'm ready to go.
All
Nice.
right. All right.
Nice.
Aside from that, I've been. My teeth want to be douchebags, and they've been fucking hurting me all day. But we'll be fine. We'll get over it.
Yes. Shady Brian,
Joy here.
what's going on in your world? What's up?
I'm happy to announce that in 7 weeks, I went from 242 to 217 pounds in a very short span.
Nice.
It's called sweating your ass off. Or should I say sweating to the 90s.
Your noise gate is doing the same thing. The mixer had a firmware update.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta move the threshold up a little bit. Should be good there.
Mine is on 6.6 on my mixer.
Yeah,
That's because I breathe like a Wookiee.
Well, I also have that right there right now. Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it every time.
So what's new in my world? What's going on? What's up? Some of you know, some of you don't know, some of you might have heard from others that just can't keep their mouths shut. I'm gonna be a dad again.
Yay! Congratulations!
Others that can't keep their mouth shut, dude. I knew when you made your post.
I know you did. No, I am. I'm gonna be a dad again, and this was it was a decision because I'm 33 now. So if I wait longer, that's longer in my 50s, going towards my 60s, that I'm still going to be bound to having a kid in the house. If I do it now, I still get out like right in my late 40s. I'm okay with that. This is it. This is going to be this is it for me. I'm having the 2. Natalie has been wanting this for years and 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 years. She wants a brother or sister. Brother. We need to will a boy to happen. Also, I really pissed off the Couchain family because I also went and got married. I figure if I'm doing, we're having a kid now, I'm going to do this the right way.
Yeah, that's respectable.
I am.
Hey, listen, you know, the right way is you have sex and have a kid. That's the right way. Don't listen to the church. The church says you can't have kids without being married.
Well, you know my history in my past, and I got shit on. It was bad, but
Yeah, that's
now
good shit right there.
I couldn't be happier now, like at all. I am happier than I've ever been. My grandmother's happy about it. My parents fucking hate me. I don't care. They've always.
Yeah,
We're always up and down with them.
Yeah, that's a running theme.
You could start an orphanage and raise money for charity, and they would find a way to shun you for it.
This may be true. Where are you getting the money from? Where are you stealing it from? What are you buying with that money? You should be putting it towards a charity. Where'd you get those new speakers from? And why? Yeah, I can hear all of it. I can definitely hear all of it. But that's the official thing. So I know Sarah, you're in the room. So Sarah and I are having a baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I can't wait to actually hold the little guy.
AJ, and we're willing a boy to happen. I am having an AJ. I'm having an Alan Jr. It's happening, and I'm gonna have to steal Ryan's.
Get over here.
We're gonna have to. Ryan's probably gonna hold his gamer tag up and have me buy it from him because his gamer tag is Cortez Jr.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I have a feeling at some point I'm gonna be buying that from him.
Just remember to look the other way.
Yes.
You're doing it again.
I know. I did that on purpose.
I'm trying to look at this monitor.
Well,
so.
I occasionally slide this headphone off of my ear a little bit just to let some sound go through. And when I do that and Livefire speaks, because someone's speaking, I can hear them with my ear, I turn. And it doesn't look good on camera. Livefire is right in front of my face, but when I just move this slightly and noise happens over there, I turn.
And he's looking off screen.
Yeah, if I flip the cameras, it'd be a little bit different, which I may do. As for new things, as I said in the intro, so if you want to help support us, if you look down underneath the chat, our road to 200, getting our 200 subscribers back, we're at 119. We started at, I think it was 103 when we restarted this podcast with KBT. We're at 119. So thank you, everyone. Share this podcast. Get the word out there. Also, there's one that says help us upgrade. And that is I think that's a $100 goal right there. $200 goal. And what that is this equipment costs money. We don't. New share. Thank you, Joe Moore. I forgot I added that thing there. Figured out how to get the zombie guy gone. But that there, if you go to JLIHpodcast.com, the first thing you see next to the live video is a donation box. We do take donations. Unfortunately, because we're still new streamers, they only do it through PayPal, which you can use a credit or debit card. But you go to JLIHpodcast.com, you can donate right there. Eventually down the line, we will take Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, all that fun stuff. Apparently, Google wanted to... I triggered the Google phrase to kick the phone on. But we do take donations now, so that is there. Patreon, I'm going to work on revamping that and all that fun stuff. But my primary focus right now has been just the show in general. There's marketing revenue, hat, T-shirts, and hoodies with your names. Now, also on the JLIH podcast website, we do have merchandise. We have shirts, we have hoodies, we have hats. There is a mask coming. Can't believe I said those words, but there's a mask coming. People want them. If you're going to wear one and you want to wear one, you might as well wear a JLIH podcast one. We are working on a bikini.
Oh, God.
And the Universe swim trunks.
But we got the swim trunks, and Sarah wants a pair of them. It's got the Just Let It Happen logo like all over them. It's really cool. And there is more merch to come. I forgot that I built that. So, yes, that is there, too. Hi, Shauna. What's going on?
Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, Shauna.
So, Shauna, if you haven't heard, I'm having a baby. And I got married. So it's all yeah. That's that's my update. But everyone else, go to JLIHpodcast.com. The donation box is there. The merch store is there. Our past streams are there. Links to the social media, the Instagram, the Twitter, all of that is there. And that's what? Which one have you got? Brian's so gonna model the bikini. Live Fire is the first one. He'll put that shit on and lay out in the pool. And do all the poses.
If people are donating, I will do it.
Thank you, Shauna. Thank you.
And I just want, in case we just randomly, abruptly just drop, it's because we're having a crazy thunderstorm right now in Florida.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, we've already, like, the second I hit the live button the first time, all the power went out.
Yep. 3 minutes before start.
Yep, that's why we're a little late here. I know Crispy's at work. I know Crispy shares this thing out, like, to places I can't even imagine, so I did tag him in this. So, we've been on a nostalgia tour the last couple shows, and I just kind of, I love where it's going, and I want to keep it going, so we're going to talk about our 90s lifestyle versus today. One specific thing, like, I was going to look it up, and I had the article on my screen. That's long fucking gone since the computer restarted.
What was that?
Well, you look at some of the worldwide viruses that we've had. And I mean viruses that have killed millions. Millions of people sick, like a real pandemic. What did we do then? Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
We lived our lives. We bought our shit. People got sick. They got better. Then people... I would donate to see anyone give Brian a haircut and take the beard.
Oh, don't worry. That's coming, actually.
I don't know about taking the beard. You babyface, you look like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah, I can't lose the beard because my daughter won't speak to me.
Yeah. Well, if you can block out the information on your license, show your license photo on why Brian should never get rid of the beard.
Oh my God! Okay, shut me down. Shut me down. I'll go get it. Yeah, you got to see this.
Yeah. Let me. Let's. Well, you can just. Yeah, I got a button right there. He's muted. He legit looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. It's freaking hilarious.
He
But
looks like a Cabbage Patch doll.
he does. He does. Well, Shauna, you were there when he got it. You should remember how cheesy he looks in his license picture. No, but virus-wise, like, we've had viruses a million times stronger than what we got now, and we did nothing different. Nothing. We lived our lives. People are going to get sick. People are going to recover. Unfortunately, some people are going to die. That is the way of the world. It sucks. That's just life. That's life.
Right. No, obviously, the biggest difference between then and now is technology.
And don't forget, I was about 310 pounds when this picture was taken.
He looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. That is funny. That is funny. Actually, yeah, with the skinnier face, I wonder what it would look like going down just to the long goat.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
KBT now, I could not see him without facial hair at all.
I look retarded.
Yeah,
I've
so
seen you
do
with
I.
the shaved sides and the goatee. That doesn't look bad, but I could not picture you baby-faced. No.
Well, right now, my beard's a mess, so.
The last time I shaved my goatee off, my daughter said, "If you ever do that again, I will never speak to you."
See, now you're talking about beards and shit. Makes me want to comb them.
Yeah, that's,
Need to contact the company and have Cabbage Patch doll of him. Do you know what?
that would
Do
be
you know
awesome.
what? I will. Maybe that is a possibility.
Oh, I see where you're going with that.
Never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
I know our current merch store doesn't support anything like that, but hey, if we grow bigger, you never know in the future. Megan, would you buy a Cabbage Patch Brian and keep it in your house?
Yeah. That's your pool boy Brian today.
Pool boy Brian! You'll have a little pool skimmer and a bucket of chlorine.
Hey, I could become one of those pops, dude, with like a little skimmer
Now,
and like.
the pops we can make. Actually, Shauna was there for that too. So Natalie's Corner, we actually did some test designs with Darcy's face, Natalie's face, to make little
Hey,
pop
Michelle.
figures. Hi, Auntie Michelle. How's it going? If you haven't heard, Auntie Michelle, I'm having a baby. That's the news of the day. But we did make the prototype Natalie and Darcy pop figures. We can do that. Price-wise, for us, we can't afford that right now. But as I said, if you go to JLIHPodcast.com and throw a donation in the bucket there, we can build to things like that. I would love to do that long term. That would be awesome. A pool boy Brian doll. We'll have white stains on his shirt and stuff, like bleach stains. Oh my goodness!
Trying to go like raggedy, but
yeah, but you got to go with the pool boy look now. And then there's two versions of Brian. You got the high-end, expensive pool boy Brian. Then you got the trailer trash pool boy Brian. So one of them comes with a high-end, like Barbie style, like model in the background on a chair, and the other one has trailer trash women. And you see where I'm going with this.
You nailed it pretty much right on the fucking head, because there's no in between.
I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a joke about an Alabama man freaking action figure. He's like, Alabama man, he like he's quick, he's fast, he's great. Bring Alabama man to the bowling alley where he'll chew tobacco and drink heavily, like that kind of thing. Or some shit like that.
That is it.
It's funny. You should just look up Alabama man. It should come up, but it's funny.
That is funny. Oh yeah, I know, but we're going back to it, like the viruses we had before compared to now. Now here's the kick. Here's the kick, and I guarantee you, after the election,
you'll never hear about it.
COVID-19 is just going to disappear like it never happened.
Yep.
Well, you're going to notice it start transitioning now that all the freaking now that they're moving for schools to reopen. So you're going to start seeing that taper away.
Yeah,
well, it's not safe to be near people, but your kids can be in mass quantities.
Yeah, they're already like kind of arguing about sending the kids back to school, and because it could be an outbreak and like all this other stuff. I've been listening to like The Bone, and no, that's not a paid advertisement. I listen to them every day.
I love The Bone.
Yeah, and they're talking about like, oh, well, this could happen, that could happen, and all. So you know what? Honestly, listen, everybody I've talked to that knows somebody, like 20%, literally 20%, have had like really serious effects. The other ones it's like a common flu. Everybody that I've talked to that has known somebody that's gotten it.
Hell, Mike Kelta in Spanish on The Bone, they both had COVID, and they were still live on the air every single day.
Yeah, but it was from home. But yeah, they were there.
Your audio got loud.
I know it's weird. It's jumping. Don't know. I'm happy we're still actually streaming right now. There was a school in Texas already that went back, got huge uprising, kids out of school in quarantine. And see, that's funny. Magically now kids can get COVID.
Yeah, well, the funny thing about the thing in Texas is there was a couple of kids that recorded stuff on their phone, and then they put it on social media. Guess what? They got expelled.
Of course they did.
Yep.
Of course they did.
They got expelled for showing the video of what was going on and everything.
It's just like Walmart today. We walked through with the mask on because the stupid health officers are standing there at the front door. Sir, can you put on your mask? Sure. Second we walked through the store,
took off
the mask. You know what most of Walmart is? People not wearing the mask. And we're worried about voting. If you can walk into Walmart, you can walk into a school cafeteria or a church and place your ballot. It's simple, but after the election, this COVID thing, you're gonna watch it like die. Did you? What this troll doll and kid? No, what? Heads turned sideways. But now, like compared to the '90s lifestyle too, we were more carefree back then too.
Oh yeah.
And this is the first time in history too, like politically, the people in high places, the politicians, hate Donald Trump so much because the man can't be bought. He is disrupting everything that they've been doing for years. And this whole thing is created just to kind of shut him down. But the more they do, the better it is for him. I don't know. I got to look this troll doll and kids thing up. Apparently Sarah saw it too. I'm a little lost when it comes to those comments, so I will look that up. I'm shutting my noise gate off. That is what's screwing with my audio. I don't like this firmware update on this microphone. Oh, that's way better. Yep. Okay,
Right,
that's better.
But I was gonna say, getting back to what your original point was, the difference between what happened in the '90s and now. Most people are getting their news and their facts from social media, which is it wasn't a thing then. There's no like filter. People are just blabbing crazy nonsense all over the internet, scare tactics and stuff. And it's like, if you get enough supporters behind it, all of a sudden fiction becomes fact. And then, depending on what party line you lie on, depends on whether or not your actual information comes out or not. So like, if I forget what I posted the other day, but Facebook, it was something about something Joe Biden did or to that effect. And I just got a notification yesterday that my post has been notified or been marked as fake news. That because there was a sentence in there that was incorrect, so they just marked my whole post as fake news. But I didn't make the post; I just shared it. But.
Yeah, it's funny. I posted a video of Ronald Reagan saying something like the actual speech he said. I posted it. Facebook took it down and flagged it as false information. This can't be verified. Motherfucker, I have the president standing there saying it. Right? It's coming out of his mouth. How do you telling me that's not real? It's right there. It's not Photoshop. That's from 1980, whatever. Right. Like, it's ridiculous.
By no means are we politicians trying to be a political show. It's just, we're normal people just having, I don't know, opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know, seeing through the cobweb of fucking bullshit.
Yep. That's another reason why I chose this topic too. Well, I see my audio got louder again. Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. But anyway, and mind you, I grew up in the 90s and I graduated in the very early 2000s. But even if I went through there as an adult, and a lot of you on here have been adults in the 90s too, just it seems like life was so much better. We worried about less. We did more. We socialized. I mean, we did a lot back then that we're just not doing now.
God's honest truth is to blame on social media and smartphones.
Yeah, I mean, I love social media on the fact we can do something like this. None of us. Well, you went to school for this stuff, Joe. Me and Brian did. We can have a radio show right now, broadcast everywhere, all over the world because of social media. And I think that aspect of it is absolutely wonderful. But on the flip side, it's killing a lot of things that we used to do.
It's
Let's go hang out at the arcade.
Yeah, right.
Like you said, though, an example that you gave last time of you went to a party at your brother's house and everybody was in a group chat just staring at their phones, not saying anything.
Yeah.
That would shit. Even if we were at some sort of a gathering where a parent was near, they would take our phones. If that was the case, stop. Your friends are here.
Yep.
Whap you upside the head.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to switch the channel. Your audio is coming through, Joe. Hold on 1 second. Are you there? I try it again.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah,
this is KBT.
It sounds better through this. All right, I'm going to keep it on that channel. I'll switch our phone to the other channel.
So, speaking of viruses and things in the 90s, okay? 1991, all right, there was an increase of tuberculosis, breast and cervical cancer. In 1993, there was the hantavirus, which everybody should remember. Fetal alcohol syndrome, the H5N1 avian flu. In 1995, there was the Ebola virus and HIV testing in all pregnant women. And the emerging... that's not...
What's going on, Dave?
1997, CDC participates in a national televised White House event. No, there was nothing in 1997. 1999, CDC launches a strategic national stockpile. And the West Nile virus was 1999.
But where in there says that we closed anything?
No.
What?
It doesn't.
Did we ever close our country down?
No.
Oh, I was just going to bring up something, too. Because you said H1N1.
H1N1.
Yeah, H1N1, dude. That was actually fucking bad. Like, that was killing people. Like, and it was like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yep. Well, the AV.
I mean, not that this isn't killing people. I'm not trying to act like this is a complete sham, like that it doesn't exist. I'm just saying it's being inflated for political fucking, stronghold.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, it was really big in China. And basically, it was either bird mucus, bird poop, or whatever. If you breathed it in, like you got
poop.
this. Yeah, and I'm paraphrasing.
I know.
It's actually.
All right, Shauna, it was
sounded
nice of you to
funny.
join us.
All right.
Thank you, Shauna.
See you, Shauna. So the avian influenza virus in
Hello,
their
Uncle Dave.
saliva, mucus, and feces. Human infections with the bird flu can happen.
Watch out for that bird saliva.
But once again, in there, did we close?
No, it doesn't say anything
Did
about.
we take our kids out of school?
No, man. Everybody in China, and this is where, I'm going to let people know about some biology. Okay. Everybody in China at the time that the avian flu was going on, and you guys were still kids. I was an adult,
Right.
so I paid more attention to mainstream news and everything else. Everybody in China was always sanitizing their hands, sanitizing this, sanitizing that. So they never got exposed to anything. So the infection rate increased. And everybody was wearing masks, all this other stuff. And the numbers are still going up and up and up and up. You don't expose yourself to stuff because your body has a way to, if you don't die, immunize yourself to what is going on. During this entire time, during the COVID, I think I've worn a mask 3 times. I've been all over Winter Haven, out in Auburndale. I've been to, what's the other place? Bartow. In stores, out of stores, Walmart, Circle K, 7-Eleven, everything like that. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
People look at me when I cough, but I'm a 33-year smoker.
Dude, I love when my allergies are kicking up and I'm like sitting out in the parking lot of 7-Eleven and I'm just sneezing constantly. I'll open the window and be like, God damn it, my corona's acting up again.
Well, it's like when you it's like when you kick your head back after you give yourself an insulin shot.
Oh,
leave a needle
yeah.
in your arm. You look like you're doing heroin in the 7-Eleven parking lot. That's the best.
So
Yeah.
now it's not as fun with these, but I just took the whole thing out in my fucking pocket. I use I use the insulin pens now. But before I had a syringe. So when I would go out with Joe or I'd go out with my brother-in-law Jason to do Samsung jobs, we'd go get something to eat. So I'd sit in a parking lot and I'd jab my. Why does it sound so? Your noise gate is off. That's why. It's echoing back. Anyway, I would stick the needle in my arm, give myself a shot. Then I'd leave it there and I'd twitch my arm a little bit and I'd roll my eyes back and I'd sit there like. Oh. And the looks people gave me were fucking priceless.
Yes,
we
Megan,
were.
I sent it to Alan.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. See, clearly it's still not doing it. Brian, talking to you right?
Peace out, motherfucker.
What?
Peace out, motherfucker. Oh, there we go. Hey, I can hear myself again. Peace out, motherfucker. Hey, stop. Hey,
What the hell did they do to that mixer?
I have no idea,
don't
but
know.
the numbers are different now too.
Yep. Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, motherfucker? Yo, there we go. Motherfucker.
Yeah, I hear the fans. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan. I'm gonna go with it right now because
No.
I can clean it up after anyway. Yeah, I can.
I
I
don't
can
hear
hear the.
fans or anything. I just hear you guys.
All right, I hear
in
the
the
air.
background
I hear the air conditioner, but before we had the noise gate, I used to hear it anyway. It doesn't go through. Well, actually, yeah. Listen.
I don't hear. I also got a fan going in the background
Okay.
here. So
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let me. I gotta turn my headphones down a little bit too, and turn that down. But no, we didn't close our country down. We didn't do any of this bullshit. This is all politically motivated, and it's
yeah.
stupid. And back to Joe's point too. You can blame a lot of social media on this too.
Oh, yeah, I did get both.
The liberal media owns most of these companies, so they're
Yep.
only hearing You're only seeing what they want you to see.
It just so people know and you understand what the liberal media owning these companies is people like George Soros, the Clintons, and other rich figures like that. Okay, they send donations out to Antifa and other places like that. Now, Antifa is a professional rioting organization, and so they send all this money out for them to go to join the Black Lives Matters groups and all that, and then they spread chaos. Well, as a wolf pack, everybody else is going to join in, and then the news is obviously reporting it. The only people that aren't owned by these people is Fox News.
Yep.
Okay? CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, all of them are owned by these same group of people.
We'll see you later,
Okay,
Auntie Michelle.
So now...
Love you too.
Bye, Michelle. So now the news is reporting, and people are watching the news more, which brings more commercial sponsorship, which means they make more money. So they start it, and then they finish it, and they make all the money in between while everybody else is suffering and going through hell. And that's the basic guide outline that I can explain it in like 10 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also, it's if you look at the media companies, it's kind of a smart business move for them to, be swayed financially by the people. I mean, they're a production studio essentially. They can make you think anything is real. You
Right,
know, like
right.
they have multi-million-dollar studios that can fucking. They could make you believe they were in space. You know,
Yep.
And they have enough financial backing to be able to sponsor a coup in essence.
And they can strong arm the airtime too. Like,
Yep.
It's
So
Going back, going back to like when we grew up too. We, as I said, we didn't have any of this, so people got sick, and everyone was like, "All right, whatever, you're gonna get sick." Well, was there medicine for it? No. Okay,
No.
well then, go lay down, put this on your head, drink fucking ginger ale, here's
Take
some
some
cocaine,
aspirin,
and you're good.
like when chickenpox or measles or anything else, your parents made you go play with those
Yeah.
kids.
Anytime anyone was sick, it's like, "Oh, we're gonna go play at Johnny's house today." Why? Because he's sick. Let's
Right.
build our immune system.
Right.
No, we're not doing that now.
Well, that'd be the best way for all these anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
look at the countries that didn't close anything. They're all COVID's done for them.
Well, no, every country actually closed.
What's crazy is
There's phase 1, 2, and 3, and that actually is through Canada, Europe, England, and like all these countries. I play with a lot of people from around the world, and they're on phase 2 right now, heading towards phase 3, and their numbers are dropping while our numbers are increasing because we opened up too early.
Well, no, our numbers are increasing.
Increasing.
Our numbers are increasing when they're really not.
Yeah, because they're increasing. It has nothing to do with federal money.
4 people die in motorcycle accidents due to COVID-19.
Well, what about that meth lab explosion?
Yeah, 2 men die in meth lab explosion from COVID-19.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Man has. Oh, there was another one. Man dies of cardiac COVID symptoms. I'm like, really? No, the man died of a fucking heart attack. It had nothing to do with COVID-19.
Yeah.
If I died right now walking across the street getting hit by a car, the news would read, Winter Haven man dies due to COVID-19 car accident. Our numbers are bullshit, and it's political.
Well, back in the 90s, man, dude, I used to swim in fucking dirty lakes. I'm sure
Yep.
we all did, like grubby, fucking moss-filled fucking lakes. And you know what? We never got anything.
Whoa, what was that? Sorry. That shook my whole fucking house.
Oh, see, you got it good over there, huh? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's some rumble in the jungle right there. Holy shit.
What's weird is this storm started as a little spot. Now it's just getting bigger.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. For sure.
But yeah,
Live at 10 with KBT weather.
it's gonna rain. Motherfucker, it's raining.
I'm sorry not to cut you off, but I have to say something about this. Have you guys seen the Pop-Tarts memes that are going around? Like, they've been going around for quite a while. People are making these absurd Pop-Tart like ads and stuff. This one is for Pop-Tarts. frosted mashed potatoes. I'll send it to you.
That's funny.
I'll send it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe you could screen share, but I don't know. It's up to you. It's just, it keeps catching my eye because it looks like the s'mores packaging, but then you look at it, it's fucking potatoes. It's like, what the? No. And then you start wondering in your head, it's like, well, if they made it like a hash brown, it's like, no, this is stupid. What am I talking about?
It's supposed to be a
Ready
Pop-Tart.
boxed mashed potato snacks.
I want sugar. Sugar.
Yeah. Back 90s lifestyle too. Our food and our drinks were way better.
For sure.
Before the aspartame and all this other chemical bullshit they put in things.
They could literally engineer flavor with chemicals. Like, they can make you think you're eating, like, drinking a strawberry drink,
Laura.
and it's really like...
Hey, Laura, what's
some
going on?
power- it's nuts, but...
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
now that we have Laura on here, so I've been working a lot this week with my sister, which has been fantastic. Laura here has a website and a Facebook page. It's called Amelia's a Dreamer, and she does custom dream catchers, which we bought one. We have a few of them in our room now. But Laura had the idea to take it live, and she builds the customer orders live on Facebook and YouTube and her website now, which has been an absolute success. She's getting 200 to 300 views a video. We've worked very, very hard
That's
on
awesome.
that channel.
Nice.
If you want to check it out, I'll put the link on the stream when I'm done, or you go to ameliasadreamer.com and you can see all of her stuff there. Laura's also going to be, as of tomorrow, streaming Animal Crossing on the same channel.
Oh, nice.
Her
nice.
capture card came in right before this show, so I wasn't able to go over there and set it up. So, yes, take a look. If you guys, anyone on here wants dream catchers or wants to look at it, go to Facebook.com/Amelia'sADreamer, and you can see all of her work there.
Yeah, definitely. She does make some very nice dream catchers.
We have a Baby Yoda one, the baby's first dream
Oh,
catcher is Baby
yeah.
Yoda,
Nice.
and that's hanging up in the room right now.
I don't mean
Hey,
to
Dave.
keep chuckling. I'm saving this for after. I don't mean to like, I'm not trying to interrupt this. This is funny.
Joe's got he's building up his stuff. Yeah, Dave. I see when she built the dream catchers before, I thought it was all right. Yeah, it's a dream catcher. I didn't realize the things that you could do and make in this style, and it is really, really, really fascinating to watch the whole thing come together. It is really cool. What were you gonna say, KBT? I'm curious on what you got now.
I saw this and I was trying so hard not to giggle in the background while you're talking about her website and stuff. I'm not trying to be rude by any means, but it said sneezing with your mask on feels like shitting your pants in your face.
Oh
Yeah, right.
my God.
That's
Dude,
fucking
at
funny.
Walmart again today, fucking dude's in there with the big ass mask and gloves and shields, and he's at the register and he does this. Takes his glove
Yeah.
off. Like, motherfucker, if COVID-19 is sitting on anything right, it is Brian's mic. I muted it and it just got quieter. That's the donation thing, people. I need another microphone. So JLIHPodcast right now. You can make a donation, help us out to upgrade the remaining equipment. KBT needs a few more things too. Like, the donations are to help us get better so we can better entertain you guys and we can do more. And eventually, hopefully, pay for real music, because I would love to go back to playing videos and doing sing-alongs and the stuff we can't do now. Oh, my God, it's so nice with Brian's mic muted. It's so nice.
Maybe he just needs a noise gate on his.
Maybe. Let me unmute him. Yeah, see, now the background noise is back in my ears. Whatever they did to this this update, it's really fucked things up.
Probably reset everything.
Hold on. I just changed his mic mode. Give us a test.
Test that.
No, hold on.
I got nothing.
Try it now.
Oh, yo. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It's a picture of Ozzy Osbourne. It's just still more coherent than Joe Biden.
So I changed your mic to a pod mic settings, and it sounds wonderful now.
Did Joe tell us what he had to say?
Yeah, go ahead, tell him again, Joe.
I said, I'll tell you again. Let me find it.
Laura, you go to You go to JLIHPodcast.com, and the donation box is right on the side of the live video. Also, guys, check out our merch store, too, for those of you joining us.
Brian, what I said was I was trying to freaking not laugh while he was giving that shout out Laura stuff because I didn't want to be rude. But it says sneezing with a mask on feels like shitting your pants with your face.
Well, on another note, with shitting your pants is in my job. It gets gets so hot that when you fart, you don't know if you shit your pants or just spread the sweat off your asshole.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is an amazing image. I need to send this to you. This goes to what we were talking about right now, and this is probably the best one I've seen. I just sent it to your messenger.
All right, hold on. I think I can. Oh my goodness, that is all right. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the screen share up.
Ha.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yep.
Dude.
That is the best image I have seen.
Yep. The papers are not in order. The papers are not in order. Schnell.
But yeah, no, like so KBT does his streaming channel. Laura's going to be doing her gaming channel. You play games too. And that's cool that we can do it from
and
home.
For those who don't know, sorry not to cut you off, KBT is short for Killer Bathtub.
Yes.
So if you can't find me, it's because it's Killer Bathtub on Facebook.
And if you look on our page here, we share KBT stuff quite a bit, so take a look at the videos. But that goes back to like 90s lifestyle too, and social interactions when we didn't have the social media. We used to go hang out at arcades. Or we would go to our friend's house to have console parties.
Hell yeah.
I bring my Xbox, you bring yours. We link them together on the LAN, and we play a game together that way. So Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all this shit has really like taken away, I want to say, a good portion of quality of life. And I've been thinking about it a lot the last couple.
Chat disappeared.
What?
I said the chat disappeared on my end. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
In the Zoom call.
It should catch
Is
up.
it because you shared? No, I was gonna say it might be because you shared your screen. I don't know.
Maybe. It should be back. Let me just make it invisible and make it revisible. When we do Laura's show too, when she switches scenes, the chat will randomly just pop everything up all at once and then continue. So we'll give it a few. If not, I got it up on here too. No one's put anything new. But we don't have that kind of interaction anymore. And the older I get, I'm getting near my 40s. Brian's in his 40s. And I've been thinking about the old days, and not even like from the point of being a kid there. It's just life back then. It just seemed more fun and exciting. Like, let's go walk in the woods, set up a tent and fire, and let's
go
have
swimming in the river.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You don't see a lot of that.
Yeah, you don't see any of that today. Like, unless they have a boat with GPS and their cell phones and all this other stuff. Like, these kids today don't even know what it's like to live.
No.
Man, I grew up in the 80s and in the 90s, of course. Like, hanging out on my street corner with my speakers hanging out my window, blasting Ice Ice Baby and, like, all this other stuff that came out. Like, just...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
2.50% away from our next microphone.
And,
thank you.
I grew up hanging out with my friends, playing basketball. And, during the 80s, of course, we were breakdancing on the street corner and stuff like that. But, like, during the 90s, it was all about the music. It was all about, smoking weed and, having some beers with your friends. And none of this shit goes on today.
No.
Like, you could see 6 kids in a room, and they're all texting each other. It's not like you were hanging out and doing something and, like, hey, we're bored. What do we want to do? Well, let's go fishing. Or let's go to the skate park. Like,
Right.
I've gotten so hurt on skateboards, it's ridiculous.
Netflix. Now, going away from social media, too, like Netflix and Hulu. I love the services, the ease of use and the access to content. But now you don't see, like, let's go to the movies on Friday and let's go check You don't have that old school interaction socially that you have now.
Or the $5 Tuesdays at what was it? It's now Cinemark, but it used to be in West Springfield. What was it?
Oh, it was
yeah. Come on.
not Rave. The other one.
No, it was Rave. Oh yeah, it was Rave, and then
Rave, and it went to Cinemark in West Springfield. There was something else.
No, it was Cinemark, and then it was Rave.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, then it was Rave, and then of course you had the Rivoli in Chicopee, and every night after 6 was 5:25. You could watch any movie that was out, and stuff like that. Just speaking of that, also let's not forget drive-ins.
Oh yeah, drive-ins are coming back though. There's a huge movement on bringing those back.
Yeah,
now.
I wanted to open one here. Like that would be the bomb, except for mosquitoes. So you probably wouldn't run in the summer. You'd only run,
if you fog properly.
You'd probably only run during you'd have the summer off.
Showcase, that's what it was. It was Showcase.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura.
Yes,
the one in
Laura worked there. That's right.
West Springfield on Riverdale. Yep, right down the street from the hotel
dude,
you used to
I
work
love
at.
that parking lot. I want to buy that parking lot and make a racetrack.
Going in the back.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
dude. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
I used to go there and test drive cars and stuff. Let's go to my private public racetrack that the cops probably don't appreciate me doing this.
That's awesome, Sarah. Sarah just sent me she's in the room drawing right now, and she sent me. You can't really see it on my phone, but she sent me what she's doing. It looks great.
Nice.
That's I was going so going back to when I was a kid. In Somerset, we had the place. It was called the Multiplex, indoor sports and all that. But on the weekends, Friday and Saturday nights, they'd have a kids' night, and they'd set up DJ, movie screen. You can go there, play soccer, basketball, go to the arcade that's there. No parents. You dropped your kids off, and you hung out with other kids. Like it was getting you ready for actually being an adult and learning how to interact with others without a supervisor.
And get this. They used to feed you, too.
Right.
Yeah.
And nobody had gluten allergies.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? Well, you guys might be a bit younger than me, but you guys remember USA Skates in Chicopee?
I wasn't around. I was in Somerset at that point.
They used to do like twice or three times a year, like an all-night skate for all the kids, and you got to hang out until 5 a.m, man, and it was the coolest stuff.
Sarah just sent us this 90s JLIH.
Nice.
The screen share's cutting most of it off.
Yeah, no, I can. Nice.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and we used to go and hang out and actually talk to people before there were cell phones. The only people that had cell phones at that point were lawyers and judges and top military officials and stuff like that. And if you wanted to call somebody, you had to call them on the fucking party line.
Yeah,
and this is right when the party line started, so I was around when all that. My first phone was a fucking rotary phone. All right,
I've used one.
I'm dating myself, but yeah. And then when Touch Tone came out, I thought that was the best thing in the world. And then of course there was call waiting, and you could oh my god! And then caller ID, that was the best fucking thing in the world.
Caller ID sucked.
Caller ID
sucked because then prank call. I couldn't prank call, and then they came out with the dial and block your number, and they redeemed themselves there.
Yeah, right. It was what was it, *73 or *72 or something like that.
Something like that.
*67.
*67. Yes.
Yeah, and *69 was to call back the last number that you.
Yep.
Yeah.
When caller ID first came out, me and my friend Andrew would prank call people. We were so pissed because the phone would ring when we were done, and do you just call here? No.
Well,
yes, you
you're
did.
on my
Your number's on my
caller
caller ID.
Yeah.
What the fuck is caller ID? I had no idea. I was grounded for a while for that one too. But no,
this is a.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. I was this is a controversial one. It's a picture of 2 bears raiding a campsite. It says, "Please don't feed the bears. It creates dependency." A dependent population unable to fend for themselves. And then it shows a guy like this, and it says, "You mean welfare programs?"
I miss those multiplex nights, though. And actually, it was watching Laura's show last night that brought up the nostalgia, a more nostalgia thing, because it kind of started happening on her show, where a bunch of us
She's got a cool set, too.
Yeah, she worked. She did pretty good with that. I like it.
It is pretty nice.
But a lot of people she went to school with, and naturally I know them too because I was there for that too. It went down this whole memory lane thing, which works for our show. But I completely forgot about the multiplex nights until Laura, one of her friends, was talking about a specific thing they did, and it just flooded back memories. And I'm like, you don't even see that kind of shit today.
Nope.
It's not even offered. nowhere. And then the same thing, and I know we talked about it 2 shows ago, like with the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Friday night, parents would drop you off. They'd go out and get fucking obliterated and have their adult times while their kids are out playing bowling and black lights and strobe lights and loud music.
Cosmic
and
night.
pizza and arcade and all that. Where is that shit today? Our world is falling apart because we don't do these things anymore.
Yeah, because we don't do them. It isn't because they're not there.
Correct. It's because
bowling alleys and shit like that are still doing all this stuff, and they're hoping to draw in customers. But today's...
Do you know why? Do you know why?
I got 1,000 reasons.
Insurance companies. Insurance is the number one reason. Insurance is the number one reason. When they started upping your liability insurance and you need this and you need that because what if this and what if that and what if that? Awful like one incident that happened like in 20 years. It happened once. Now you got to have a $3 million policy with this and you got to pay this. It's not worth it to do it anymore.
But that's from a financial standpoint. But like all that aside, I mean, if you were to, let's say, let's say you're a parent and your kids are 12 to 16 and you say, hey, why don't I take your friends to the bowling alley so you guys can go play bowling? I want to play Fortnite. You know, like...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that goes in with, like, 50, 60 years of commercialism. Like, you're born consumers and everything else. And I understand, like, kids want to sit in the comfort of their own home and play video games with their friends and talk with them online. But there is something about being in person. Like, I recently found out that...
Social skills?
I recently found out that 6 of the people that I play with on the regular actually live within 2 hours of us.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually going to plan a party here with Alan's permission, or A. Cortez's permission, of course.
Let's get a kitchen first.
Yeah. Let's get a kitchen first. But I want to plan like a party where we just come down and everybody brings their Xboxes. I have 2 projectors. A. Cortez has 2 projectors. And we can all just like sit around and just like
fuck it.
play.
I say we go rent the fucking field down in Winter Haven and have like if we're gonna do like a nostalgic, like let's bring your console and chill. Let's go all out. Let's fucking do it big.
Hell yeah.
It's because people are scared of other people's parents, are afraid to let their kids. Well, yeah, that too. But here's another thing too, because bad shit happens and then the media focuses on that and turns like one bad incident into the world is ending.
Yep.
Yes, kids were kidnapped before,
but also,
and all that bad shit happened then too.
Yep.
You just never heard about it on the level you hear about it now.
Yeah, because you couldn't get an Amber Alert back then.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, it's changed a little bit too. I didn't stay inside on my console all day long because my freaking mother wouldn't let me.
Yep.
Go outside,
ride your bike. I would piss and moan, and like I don't want to blah blah blah. And she would throw us out of the house and make us go play in the woods.
Yep.
It's not. I didn't have a choice. If I had it my way, and I whined enough, and my mother would give me a reason to freaking complain.
Absolutely. Yeah. You want to cry? I'll give you a reason to cry.
Yeah.
We need a little more of that.
Yeah. My mom didn't let me play video games all day, but once the streetlights came on and I was home, I could play video games all I want because I'm in the house and I'm supposed to be in the house, and that's the only thing I had to do.
Yep.
Besides read.
Right.
I really enjoy reading, by the way.
I wish I was I could enjoy reading. I would love
I am rebuilding my library, so I only have like 500 books right now. But
Only 500. Oh man, it's a lot. I'm trying to think of more stuff. Well, I also grew up in a campground too.
Oh, yeah.
We had the seasonal site at Jellystone in Sturbridge, Mass. That was awesome too because you get there, the only thing you had to be back on the site by curfew, and even then we go to the site, we go in, we sneak out the back and go out in the woods and smoke some weed, we'll drink some beer. It's a lot of the places that existed then don't exist now.
Yep.
And because of insurance and this tax and that, and the amount of money the Democratic Party is dumped on regulating these businesses, which I'm glad to see Trump removing a lot of that. And I'm not trying to go political here. You are seeing some things returning because of Trump going through the restrictions and axing things that don't make any fucking sense at all, that are just there to line the pockets of politicians that have been there for 30, 40, 50 years.
Let's get rid of
Joe
these
Biden.
bastards.
Did I say that? It's
Hear about
nice.
the whole TikTok thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate TikTok. TikTok is a pedophile
Well,
playground.
TikTok is cool, but I knew there was something up with it. But there's rumors that Microsoft is going to buy it.
Yeah,
actually.
Twitter was on Fox News today. They're in talks to about buying it.
Everybody's racing to try to buy it, but they have to free themselves from whatever the involvement of the Chinese is. But
Chinese.
Dude, this is another picture, man. My memes are freaking killer today. It shows a picture of a freaking mowed cornfield, and it says "corn maze for Kane Brown." And if you don't know what that means, Kane Brown is this country singer that bought this huge property, and mind you, he had a phone on him, but he got lost on his own property and called the police to come help find him. Okay, you have your fucking phone, dude. Pull up your GPS.
Yes.
Like anything. And what do you do? How do you just bought the land? Did you not walk the land first, or or did you just what? How big did you buy all of a state?
Right. or a county or something, you know?
My friends just
yes,
told
is this
me about this. I
911?
still haven't even seen this thing. My friends told me about it last night, and they were making jokes about it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't listen to kissing cousin music.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but I'm lost.
Where are you lost, sir?
Kane Brown, and I have an emergency.
I'm lost in my backyard.
What's your address, sir?
I don't know.
Woods. Oh, you were talking.
There's even a 911 call on YouTube.
Oh, hold on. It's hard to keep track of messages on.
Oh, so did you guys hear about
Yeah, I'm sorry.
getting into
Whoa, blue. I can't read the blue.
getting into the future? Oh, that's Megan.
Oh, no, I can't.
Getting into the future, leaving the past for a little while. Did you guys hear about the 2028 man?
Hold on. You guys talk for 2 seconds.
All right, the 2028 man.
Yeah, this is a guy that says he's from the future and he's making predictions and all that stuff. So today is 8/8. On 8/10, Hurricane Kyle is going to destroy Texas, or well, really screw up Texas, according to him. But there's nothing in the weather showing anything that could even potentially be true. And he also made a few other predictions. There'd be something like people might want to look up because, well, it's just cool. Like, I look all that crap up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at the Gulf right now, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, I've been actually watching it for a few days because of the predictions and stuff like that. But this guy's, oh, I'm from the future, and he's talked about all this stuff, and he doesn't want to give too much out because it changed the timeline and all that stuff, you know. But yeah, it was just one of those odd things that just popped into my head.
I missed that whole thing. Natalie feels that she doesn't have to listen to anything. Well, Daddy shouldn't think Daddy's going to get up while he's live and go yell at her.
Yeah,
Oops.
I could hear in the very background. I couldn't hear what you were saying, but I heard you. But I knew what I was listening to, so I don't even know if that was noticeable to anybody else.
Well, you can hear. I think you can hear even when we're not muted. See, my mic just did it again.
Yeah.
It just kicked like right up. I don't get it.
I don't hear it is extremely as you do. Like when it changes, I didn't even really notice the change.
I wonder if the firmware on this mixer went in wrong. I'll have to reinstall it and see what happens before the next show. But no, I would love, and thinking about it, going back to the multiplex thing, like I would love to open something like that up now. I would love to do it just to kind of bring something back, get some old school arcade machines in there.
Oh yeah,
Like I would love to do that. I just once again, it's the money thing, and with all this bullshit going on, it's hard to do anything. It's
Did
like
you
they
see that Player One upgraded a bunch of their stuff, and also the bar downtown in Orlando.
I
have
still have not
actual-
been to Ready Player One.
yeah, neither have I.
Yeah,
I've seen it, but I haven't been there.
yeah, they changed a bunch of stuff there too. Now there's actual gaming PCs and stuff. Like, pretty crazy.
I'm gonna send you something, Alan.
Not
that,
Ready Player One was a movie.
It is the
but
bar.
it's also
name is
a barcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget, dude. I've been to so many bars downtown. I just forget the names of them.
Yep.
There's 2 video game spots downtown, I believe, but
Yeah, it's
one of them's upstairs. It's pretty cool.
sad
But,
to
I
see the
forget
state of
name
the vaping community too. All the shops that we loved, gone.
Oh, I was gonna.
That's all
yeah,
that
I was
gone.
gonna say that's something we used to do too. Like if we were bored, or we would. I met all of my friends here in Florida from vape meets and
Yep.
vape shops and stuff, and they're still good friends of mine. I go to their houses on holidays.
Yep.
Like it's. I don't know. It's
I
just a shame.
feel restricted. I feel like we're being kept in a cage.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm.
when you look at everything that's going on right now, right? Look at everything that you're not hearing about. Like it's a smoke screen.
Right.
There's whole coronavirus, everything. It's all a smoke screen. Oh, by the way, Ellen, I sent you a link that Megan wants to be played. But you. When's the last time you heard anything about the Clinton court case or the Epstein stuff and all that?
I was
Today.
just see the last thing I heard about the Clintons was when whatchamacallit just blew up.
I can't play it.
It's a YouTube link.
Yep, there's sounds that we can't. I have to scrub it first, and I have to make sure it meets the algorithm. Episode 14 won't play because of the song we played. So no, if it's from YouTube, I can't play it until I screen it first, and I can't screen it while I'm live.
Sorry.
If there's even a copywritten doorbell sound, they will kick you.
Oh man.
It has to come straight
Yeah.
from like a place like we're playing the music now that has embedded
It's not a-
licenses.
It's not a human. It's like he said. It's the algorithm.
Yeah.
And what's really screwed up about it is they changed the way it works now. Basically, if it's not been like if you're not listed as approved, like somehow it automatically kicks it. You could play some random song that you've never heard of before, but if it's not on their algorithms, copyright free list, they will kick it regardless.
Yeah, if we
Kind of like a
want to
safety
play
measure.
anything, I have to hear it first. There is and I found it on the creator dashboard today. There is a test stream thing where you can play something and it will tell you if it will be flagged or not.
Ah, okay.
So I would have to.
I've done the test stream. I've never seen the flag.
Yeah, if you keep the stream running and there's copywritten music, it'll send you a message like it did with that video,
Yep.
and it will let you know
Yeah.
immediately if you can or cannot play that on stream. But even still, if you play it and that person that made it decides no, bam, your whole show is gone. Doesn't exist.
Well, that's after, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy, dude. I was humming a song I'm not gonna do it now because yeah, but I forget. I was humming the melody to a song and I got a freaking warning.
Even the
about it, too.
karaoke
Oh, shit.
songs, like the karaoke versions of songs that you can sing to, you can't do it on stream.
That's
It's
bullshit.
getting out of control.
If
with
I
the
played-
copyright thing. The fair use thing is like completely getting manipulated.
Do you know
right
why?
now.
Net neutrality. When net
Oh,
neutrality was
like-
removed, all of that shit became fair game. I can't even play Pappy Man. My own song. I can't
Yeah.
play it on stream because it has a melody similar to Billy Joel's Piano Man.
Yeah, which I don't understand how that doesn't fall into the parody laws, but like now those don't even matter anymore. Apparently,
Maybe that's why Weird Al doesn't do parodies anymore. Maybe that's the real reason. He's sick of the
He
legal
does.
shit.
He does.
He wanted to be known for his own music. You know what I mean? Like, yes, the parodies are cool, but I was watching a thing. He's never really toured his own music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and when he make his original stuff is good and funny too. He's just funny all around. Man's a fucking genius too. Has an IQ like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Weird Al.
Yeah, literally, he's tested as a genius.
Weird Al, if you ever hear this, we love you. Keep it up.
Absolutely.
Right. Yep.
Like once again,
For sure.
Weird Al actually made me fall in love and destroyed music for me all at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Joe Bork has ruined music for me and
Oh.
Sarah till the end of time because every time a song comes up now, Crispy gets involved in it.
Well, see, that wasn't. I do that with anybody.
I
I don't
know.
just single out.
But
Like,
crispy, just the word crispy,
It goes with
it
anything.
goes with anything. It just
Right.
works.
Sing us a song, you're
Whoa.
the crispy man.
Yeah, but the
Oh, your streamer's
My
dropped.
friend-
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, my friend in high school used thought it was funny that he was, I think it was a Metallica song or something, and he was trying to make fun of me with it by calling me certain things, and so I made it a life goal at that time to be able to out parody him. So now for the rest of my life, I'm manipulating music in my head, inserting few key phrases, and yeah, I can make it pretty funny. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could say it, but I'm just trying to keep it as dude. You don't even understand the stuff that I've been warned about from Facebook. So like, I'm just being very, very tiptoey.
I'm very, very, very curious. Brian got serenaded by a little girl singing Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
I need some backstory to this now.
Well, I was on a video call with Megan, and her daughter. Her daughter was singing Barbie Girl. Pretty much it. Like, so like while we were on the conversation, you can hear this in the background. Like, so yeah, I was being serenaded.
Now, Megan, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can get there at JLIHpodcast.com. And when you go to the YouTube page, go to the playlist, The Evolution of Studio One Podcast.
Yep.
There is, I think it is session 24 or 25.
I think it was 25.
It's called Girly Songs and Simulcast.
Yep.
You can watch all of us, except KBT. KBT made fun of us the whole time. The whole fucking time. It was me, Brian, Angry Elvis, and I think Ross was on that one too, as we were singing Barbie Girl and Britney Spears songs and NSYNC.
Yep.
That is the episode you're going to want to look at. It's
Yep.
called Girly Songs
Back
and
when we were
Simulcast.
able to do that.
Yes, back. Actually, you know what's funny? This is fucked up, and this is on Natalie's Corner and my personal Facebook. Part of the reason I was banned this week, KBT, Sarah and Natalie did a video where it looked like they were aliens. Their arms were coming out of the sleeve holes, and they had their legs tucked up. They looked like little aliens, and they were doing this silly dance. There was music playing in the background. Facebook banned my personal page and this page and Natalie's Corner for a review because of the song on that. Like, motherfucker, this is not for commercial. It is a home video of my wife and my daughter dancing. Really?
Then that was an algorithm of a copyright holder.
But that was
flagged your videos for them.
that
to review.
video was made 6 months ago.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? It's a cash grab right now for all that stuff.
I can understand on a
see-
business page, but on my personal private page,
Oh yeah, dude. No, they're going crazy. The lawyers are having a field day right now. I mean, personally, I think one of the reasons that the Mixer Twitch things Mixer Twitch Facebook things all going on is because of the huge copyright strike thing that just happened. Like millions of videos that got freaking copyright banned and stuff. Like,
see,
because of
there was,
music and different things.
if you go by the law, and I believe we looked this up on the show, and the law and the rules at that time stated, if you are making a video with copywritten music and you are not monetizing,
Yep.
it's fair use. If you are on a channel that is monetizing, which we are not, we take donations, we are not sponsored, we are not monetizing in any way, shape, or form, we could play this. Same with bad lip reading. We got flagged for copyright every time we sang bad lip reading. But because our channel was not monetized, they could not take it down.
Can we do a bad lip?
Or
reading?
not only that,
No.
and also as long as we would allow the ad revenue, or as long as we would allow them to have the ad revenue.
If we
off
did
of it.
monetize, yeah, they would get
Yeah.
X amount of percentage of what we get because we use their shit. And I think that's fair. If I'm using Billy Joel's Piano Man right now as the background music and we become monetized on this somehow,
I'd pay
and
him.
Billy Joel wants 10% of what we got, sure, I used his shit and it made my
no.
show. That's fair. That's
They want
business.
a whole lot more than that.
Well,
Well, I know, I'm just
a
using it
big
as an
thing that-
example.
The
a
funny-
big thing that happened is just, dude, honestly, God's honest truth is lawyers and copyright companies.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook, YouTube, and, all the other streaming platforms get a lot of crap as, like, being the sole cause of it. But realistically, it's the grubby freaking lawyers looking for...
Well, the funny thing is recently,
Money.
I forget what the story was, but this person recorded a video of something that was going on. and it was like controversial or whatever. It was something big, and they put it on Facebook first instead of putting it on YouTube. So once it hit Facebook, everybody started posting it and posting it and posting it, and they tried to get the rights on it. Had they put it on YouTube first on their channel, they would have had the rights to the video.
Yeah, but it falls under YouTube's Creative Commons something or other.
Right.
Protecting your own personal media.
So they would have had the rights to it if they'd put it on YouTube first, but they put it on Facebook first, so that they had nothing. They could have been millionaires overnight, but they decided to put it on Facebook first.
Yeah. Megan says no one goes by the law, hence the riots.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's we all knew it was coming eventually. I mean, we were warned about this in the 80s, and this was the Ronald Reagan video I played about the Democrats. They are so fucking pissed off about the massive amounts of money they have lost because of Donald Trump that now we have to suffer. We elected them, which that's a whole nother ballgame we're not going to get into. People, you politicians out there, you Democrats, you don't work for yourselves. You don't work for the United States. You are not there to monetize off of shit that we do. You are there to represent we the people and get us what we fucking want.
Yep.
And we're suffering now because of it, but I would love to see them.
Not for the financial majority, for the greater good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would love to see that whole organization just crumble. But no, on the thing you said before, if you go on Fox News, you still hear about the Clinton, the Obama stuff, all the stuff that's going on. But once again, Fox isn't owned by liberal media. So they report everything, and they report it as it is, as it's right there, black and white. Here's the video, people. You want to see it? There it is. There's that person saying it right there. Yep. You watch the same story on CNN, you don't see the fires and the explosions. You just see the people. You see what they want you to see. This little itty-bitty corner of what really is going on. And these leftists are so blind. They believe it. It's like, if you just took 5 minutes and typed it into Google, you'll see the whole story right there. You can't hide it.
What's really funny, though, is a lot of it is they want to be part of something. They just don't know how to, like, fact check, or they just don't know. Unfortunately, they just, there's leaders and followers, and they just want to follow something big. And, like, it's got so much pizzazz behind it. It's got so much emotion in it that they just fucking walk right into the fucking herd, blind as fucking ever, and they think they're doing something on it. Like, a lot of these people don't realize it. It's like they're good, honest people, and they're just scared because they're freaked out people or whatever, and they listen to this big scary media story, and then they go with the mass. Like,
going back to 90s.
That's what I was just gonna say. Going back to the 90s, you remember, like, when something happened, the entire country rallied together.
Yes.
The entire country rallied together. You got Saddam Hussein, you got, like, all these other fucking dictators and all this other shit. We go to storm their country, the entire country is like, yeah, let's kill Al Qaeda. Fuck yeah. Because war generates economy. And, like, it was like that. Now it's, one person gets killed who's a fucking drug addict, fucking trying to bounce a check, and has a heart attack during the middle of fucking being arrested. And yet, you know what? Again, the cops were wrong on what they did, but he was already dying.
Yep.
So, like, let's just forget about all of that.
What I hate, and this, I think this is where you're going anyway. So, like, the I don't want to say the Black Lives Matter movement, because that's a whole different thing. The whole message behind the George Floyd thing, and you just said it too. What the cop did was wrong. End of discussion.
Yep.
And there are protesters out there protesting against it, because when it first started, you saw whites and Hispanics and blacks and all of us standing together there. Yep. But this radical left movement that's doing the riots and stuff, they just completely shut that message out.
Yep.
Like, the people who are trying to be heard aren't being heard. Since Obama, like, growing up in the 90s, I didn't know racism. I knew bad shit happened. Yeah, people are people, and that you're going to have your stereotypes no matter who you are. You're always going to have it, because there are people that act like that. Both whites, blacks, Hispanics, you name it, it's going to happen. That's just a fact of life. Get over it, okay?
Yeah, we're all crackers.
But we weren't racist. when Obama got elected, going through those years, I've noticed racism is like it's come back, and it's ridiculous.
Well, because this is again the media grip on or the stronghold on people's brains the media have.
Yeah, what's being fed to them.
Cram it down your throat. What happens if you create a division? You create these conflicts and stuff. You're distracted.
Yep.
Like Brian said
look over
in
here,
the
not over
it's
here.
Like, what's really going on that we're not hearing about, or whoever said it? There's a lot going on behind behind closed doors that we're completely unaware of.
Yep. I know cops, and I know cops that know bad cops.
Well,
I was going to say, most of us, I would say most of this country / world. I can't speak for the world, but I would say most of this country, the silent majority, I would say, we have no racist agenda, dude. I don't really think it's a thing. It's only in the I've noticed. I'm not going to say this is fact. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I have noticed that it comes from the lower educated end of the spectrum too, where they're not really getting exposed to anything but the flash news, oh my God, this guy, oh my God, this guy killed this, and oh my God, but they don't have any way or any knowledge or any what am I trying to say? They don't know how to look it up for themselves.
It's not the way it used to be.
They're ignorant to the facts.
Yeah, they are.
They're ignorant to the facts.
And
see, back then we'd have discussions.
They want to react. People want something to be upset about. It's weird.
Yeah, and also when you look at mainstream media and everything else, they say, "Oh, check out this, check out that, check out this, check out that." So people immediately download it. They don't look into other apps that might be a little bit better. Like when I download an app, I check out the app first, check the rating, read the reviews, do all this stuff, and then I look at the related apps. And I actually read everything before I download something, so that I have an intelligent perspective on all of the apps that are supposed to be about the same. Today it's just like, download, what is the language one that, Babbel, right? So I looked at Babbel, I read it, and I didn't like their prices. So I looked at another one, and I started speaking Klingon. And it was free. They didn't want to charge me anything, and, they had me speak it and say what the word was. And it was pretty cool. So
But I mean, now you're going to get me into a wormhole of stuff, but I'm going to try to keep it brief. Well, the biggest problem right now is the amount of rights we willingly give up when we download certain apps that are collecting all of our private data, our browse history, our cookie. When you have personalized ads. How they get that is literally any form of input. Like a lot of these, like Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff, they have live access to your microphone.
Yep.
And they can pick up sound bites. Like the same algorithm that's sniffing out for freaking copywritten material is sniffing out for freaking merchandise and different kinds of things like that. You notice you'll say like, oh, I want to get a George Foreman grill, and then 2 seconds later you go on Facebook, there's an ad for George Foreman. You didn't even search it yet,
right?
Sarah, what drink were we talking about? All right, Sarah drinks these drinks that give you the electrolytes and stuff, and we were talking about it because 7-Eleven ran out of the flavor she likes. I shit you not, 5 minutes later Sarah goes, huh, look at that. It was an ad for what we were just talking about it.
And I've been noticing my Google Assistant randomly has been like turning
yep.
on.
In my car too. It stops my music for a second and it's listening. And both Sarah and I will look at the car and like, excuse me, and it does it often. It just comes on and listens.
Yeah, mine interrupts my GPS.
They make it to the point where the app is unfunctional, or like
glitchy.
Or just lethargic, and so you have to bend to their ways. You give up your liberty so they get what they want, and not only that, they're selling your personal they're selling your personal information to third parties to freaking again market your like ad. I can't talk right now, dude. I'm sorry. 4 hours of sleep, but in 2 days. But
I know that feeling.
they're using it for a marketing campaign against your own personal interests. I mean, it works. It works. Yep. You know how many times I've been scrolling through Facebook and I got a couple bucks burning a hole in my pocket and I see an ad and I'm like, oh, fuck, let's see what this is about. I don't go through the ads, so the asshole who put it there doesn't get the revenue. But I'll go on Amazon, I'll look it up.
Yep.
You know, like,
yep.
But it's crazy.
I switched the camera because I'm giving myself a shot.
And
I had a private complaint on 2 shows ago about me doing that on camera because I guess it does creep some people out, seeing the needle and all that.
A lot more people.
Well, you don't have a needle. It's like so little.
Yeah. Well, one person asked, I'm just going to change the camera view.
All right.
We're not here to. I mean, we are here to step on toes a little bit because we want the world to go back to being like the world, but I'm not here to personally make you vomit. Unless that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Baby Yoda got this one right. You were all wrong. The Earth isn't flat or round. It's fucked.
And I agree with Dave. Morgan Freeman said it best. If you want to stop racism, stop talking about it.
Yep.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
because I mean, I know it's a Democratic tool. I know it is this tool they're using to try to win the election. It's being talked about, and it's coming around full circle. It's like there's no need for it. And then they call Donald Trump racist. Then you go back to his entire history.
Yeah, he was
before he was a
friends with
politician.
All kinds of like black people that were famous and other stuff like that. Like he's a normal guy.
Yeah,
you know, he's an asshole, but you know, he's a normal guy.
Here, I don't mean to keep cutting everybody off. I'm sorry, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and I haven't really said much about it. I was like, we're talking about Donald Trump being racist and stuff, and then you see all this stuff. You remember the Halloween costume when they had that blackface thing, and then all these other things that are going on. So you're basically mocking, you know, ethnic history or whatever like that of different cultures and stuff. But then you have the Democratic Party wearing African robes like they belong wearing them.
Right.
You know
and
what I
those
mean?
robes,
like
when you look them
somehow-
up, those robes were it's something to do with slavery. I forget
I
where
don't
the
know
origins
anything
were.
about that. I'm just saying. No, I was talking about like it's part of their culture that they have no business trying to act like somehow they support them by, you know, mocking their culture and, you know, like adopting their style for political freaking.
You reminded me of where I was going now. Like the topic I forgot about. Thank you. But keep going. Well, you wanted to say something too. What were you going to say?
Yeah, well, everybody out there listening, let's just remember that the Civil War was fought by Democrats and Republicans, and it was the Republicans who wanted to free the slaves. The Democrats were all for keeping slaves, pure and simple.
Yep.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. Check the facts for yourself.
And just and also so that my opinion doesn't get skewed. Like I'm a very I'm an American who's proud to be an American. I love my country. I love patriotism, and I have nothing but the highest respect for all of our troops. That being said, there has been plenty of all ethnicities of Americans that fought and died for this country just the same.
Yep.
I don't see people by skin or color or weird. You know, I might make jokes about certain stuff, but nobody. It's not toward one specific party or another.
Mm-hmm. No.
I have no interest in racism. I make jokes about everybody equally because you know what? When it comes down to it, I love people, whether I freaking, you know, act it or not. But I don't know.
We have black friends, Puerto Rican friends, Spanish friends, gay friends.
And see, and when we're just a bunch of white dudes saying stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, what do you want credit because you have a black friend?" It's like, no, that's why I don't even say it anymore.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know, I don't just have black friends.
It's like, no, I want credit for being a human being who, you know, isn't distracted by, you know, your appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I care about is that you're a good person. If I can have a conversation with you and we could, and you're a not evil douchebag, we'll get along.
Right.
But
Going back to the way things used to be too, and like
the golden rule, just treat people the way you want to be treated. I don't understand what's so complicated about that.
I miss when people actually had like, I watch the Winter Haven town meetings on Zoom now that they do it on Zoom. But there's really no one from the general public that goes there. And I remember being a kid growing up in the 90s. We'd go to things like that. And we would have conversations about what's going on in our town or our community and things that we need to change and reform this. It was something that was done together with the citizens of the place you live.
Yep.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We elect these people and we let them do whatever the fuck they want, because we're not there watching them anymore.
Well, that is due to the fact of commercialism and corporations and everything else who work their people to death, make them work 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
They can't go to this shit because the only time they have off is on Sunday, and the fucking city hall is closed on Sunday, so they can do whatever they want.
Yep. But when it comes to like this whole movement now, and I know like the George Floyd thing, I know George Floyd died. He shouldn't have died the way he did. I agree. I know cops. I know a lot of cops, and I know cops that know bad cops and good cops. That exists.
Let's be fucking honest. Let me address the freaking white elephant in the room. Dude, I left Massachusetts because I fucking hate their cops. They made my life miserable for no reason.
Yep.
Like, there's plenty of good cops in Massachusetts, but most of them are pricks.
But that's where I was going.
I
like,
will never go back to Mass.
It is nothing to do with race in this particular issue. You're pinging it because it was a big thing that happened with a black man. Well, if you look at like the stuff done to the whites too, it's even worse. There are bad cops out there. We do need some rules changed. We do need to reform things. That does not mean defund the people that ran into the fucking burning building when 9/11 happened. Let's not defund the police that come and catch the guy who murdered your wife and kids in the back room.
Yep.
The way we're approaching this is completely stupid.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
Because especially seeing as, a lot of this happens in the way the law enforcement is based on, again, political agenda or who your fucking mayor, governor, who's running your city.
Yep.
Who's running their agenda, and like
right. That's what I was going to say.
Dude, I swear to God, anybody, especially Brian, can attest to this. Dude, in Massachusetts, if you're on their radar for some reason, if you just, Alan's been with me when this has happened, but like, I don't know how their system works or whatever. It never fails. If I register a vehicle in that state, and I'm driving through a town minding my own business, I guarantee you the board cop is going to pull me over every fucking time.
Yep.
Every single fucking time. And he's going to treat me like I just broke out of jail.
And this is how I know this is true, because Joe spent about 6 months driving my car. No incidents at all. And I've driven with him in my car. The day we put his van on the road, it was with him. We pulled over.
I got pulled over 3 times.
Second, his name was on the plate.
3 times. Yeah.
But
3 times in 3 different towns.
Yep. But if we went back to the days when we all got together to discuss our issues and ways to fix them, if we just took a step back in time and started bringing back like kind of the way we lived in the 90s, even the 80s and the 70s, and talked our problems out, we wouldn't have these
you mean
issues.
When cops were allowed to be humans,
yes.
And if
and
the
here's,
neighbor kids,
here's what's happening right now. All the good cops we have are retiring and trying to leave the force because of the bullshit going on. And the crooked cops are loving this right now because now they're getting more freedoms to do what they want to do because all the good guys are leaving. Like we're making this worse. We're making this worse, and there's no reason for it. This is ridiculous. Like I really want to go back in time and just go relive.
See, I remember a time when like you're doing something wrong and a cop would catch you. And I'm talking back when I was like 10 and 12 or whatever.
Yeah,
and a cop would catch you, and he'd actually bring you back to your mom. And watch your mom beat your ass.
Yes.
My mom beat
Does
my
this
ass.
belong to you?
My mom beat my ass 6 times in front of cops. 6
Right.
times. And I was actually thinking about this when you brought up living in the 90s. And mind you, me living in the 90s, I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
And my mom still put me over her knee and beat my ass with implements in front of a cop for discipline.
It's even when my brother was little, like what you just said, cop knocked on the door one time. He had Corey by the fucking shirt. Does this belong to you? Yeah. What did he do? Take care of it. Yeah, those days are like long gone.
Oh, yeah.
Long gone.
Well, now, I did grow up that way, too, because luckily I grew up in a small town where, you know, they knew my dad. They either went to school with him or they were in the military with him or, you know, they helped him get into the military or whatever. So I had some mentors that were in law enforcement and that looked after me with tough love. But I also had a bunch of, you know, police officers that were part of that same outfit that would use that when they were bored because they had a problem with my father or they had a problem with me or I had a problem with their son or, you know what I mean? And they used their personal agendas to just make my life hell. And I guess that's growing up in a small town because like even my buddy from Alabama, he got a brand new car and it's a very small town. And they're not used to seeing a vehicle. They'll pull him over just to kind of see what they're doing. Is that legal? No. But, you know, it's community, I guess, you know, as long as they're not giving them a ticket, you know. But they pulled him over to kind of like, hey, nice car. We haven't seen this before, you know, kind of familiarize themselves with the driver because, you know, in a small town, a cop's going to be seeing you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I understand it, but at the same time, it's not right to just freaking be nosy and pull people over that aren't doing anything wrong but trying to get home.
No, we need to go back to the way we used to do things.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you when this election's over, even if Trump wins, a lot of this is it's just going to fade away and disappear. If the Democrats win...
it's going to be... If the Democrats win, I'm going to make a prediction.
We're going to internment camps.
Yeah, well, considering what Montana's pulling, we are going to basically be under martial law, in essence. Like, you won't be able to travel without your COVID papers or your bracelet that they have readied. And that's going to be widespread if the Democrats win. That's my prediction, and it's going to be fear under the thumb. Like,
that fear-mongering,
Yep.
I hate to say it. I do think
Mike's just jacked up too.
I did it again.
I just wanted to.
I think civil war is definitely in our lifetime.
Everybody's saying it, dude. It's I don't know. I don't want to again. Oh, we're having a discussion here. We're not telling you facts.
No, nothing
we're just
we
giving
say.
you our opinions, and we're just having a discussion. So to take this out of context, sure, you could make up a lot of crazy, fucked up shit. But but whatever. I mean, Civil War. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I know that I hate to say it. It almost needs to happen.
Well, what needs to happen is we need to take control of our government again.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the ties lie so deep, dude. The corruption on both sides. It's not just Democrats.
Oh, yeah, it's
There's
not.
corruption on both sides. And it's all like this buddy club of... It all comes down to money, dude. It all comes down to money.
Yep.
And...
It sucks.
And secret agreements and all this other stuff and family ties and... all this deep shit that, you know, like, we're only just scratching the surface of. It's like, how do you get around that? Like, how do you honestly, how do you know, you know?
I just noticed that my cursor is around Joe's head. I didn't realize it shows up there. I'm like, wait, what is that? Thought it was a fly in the room. No, it's my mouse. Because when I put my mouse over the Facebook page over here, it shows it on Joe's screen. I just noticed that. And I see the comment, the Star Trek comment here. Yep. The one thing I do like is Star Trek has come back. I think the world needs it right now.
Yeah.
Because Star Trek has always been a reflection of what's going on and what could happen and the positive outcomes of it, and I enjoy watching it. The new show, Lower Decks, it's an animated, semi-adult show.
It's awesome.
Absolutely fucking amazing. Yeah. I mean, Star Trek definitely brings me back to the 90s and growing up. One of my favorite things. I don't know why I've been thinking about it the last couple of weeks. I would love to just take everything I have and hop back in time and just go live in that time again and not deal with the bullshit of this world today. Brian and I were talking on a job level too. Like, we were phenomenal managers. We had our shit in order. Our stores were good. Life was good. And we go into jobs now that are run completely by this younger generation, and there's no way to move up. There's no way to succeed. Every good thing you do, it's like they look to get rid of you. If you're not lying and cheating, if you're actually doing a good job and making everyone have to work harder because of it, they want to get rid of you.
Yep. Because they're afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid of you because the system that was put in place when we were managers and everything actually works.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Well, it gives incentives to not be lazy.
Right.
And to do a good job.
Right.
Nobody wants to do anything anymore.
Well, Megan was like Stargate, Star Trek, and the X-Files and Doctor Who. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Minus the new series of Doctor Who, and I'm glad I got into a fight today with someone on a Doctor Who page because they were celebrating like 56 years since the first Doctor did something. And they put a picture of Jodie, who dressed up like the Doctor, putting the same hat on. So I was like, yes, if you're going to celebrate the first Doctor, then celebrate the first Doctor. He was awesome. But get rid of Jodie and go ahead. You're going to yell at me for saying this, but here's the facts. Since Jodie Whittaker has been the Doctor, the ratings have plummeted to the point Doctor Who is about to be fucking canceled. So it is a fact that she sucks as the Doctor. Don't yell at me for that. I'm stating a fact. I love the show. I've loved the show. Dude. And it's not because she's a woman. I like women. Michelle Gomez as the Master. Missy was fucking phenomenal.
Perfect.
That is perfect casting. Yeah. Jodie Whittaker has no Doctor qualities at all.
She had me for one episode.
Yes, one episode.
One episode.
The first one was amazing. After
the second one she had.
Yeah. Well, that was still a continuation.
Really pissed me off?
What?
The Rosa Parks one, that episode where, like, well, first of all, you notice I'm still generally a new Whovian, I would say, but like I like Doctor Who nonetheless. But I've always noticed that no matter where the Doctor's traveling, like whether it's revealed in the end of the episode or during the episode, he always knows where the fuck he is.
Yeah,
right.
He always has a generation. He knows what's going on. And Jodie, they just portray her as this retarded bimbo. Like, I don't know how she's not.
That show went very PC.
Yeah.
And Doctor Who has never been that way. Yes, they talk about issues, but Doctor Who has meant the Doctor is there to make things right. And not all the time he can do it. Sometimes the worst possible outcome happens. That's a fact of life. She is so PC and so feminist and so this, it's ruined what Doctor Who was.
Not only that, the writers suck.
Yes.
Too.
Which is surprising because Chris Chibnall wrote fucking Torchwood with Russell T. Davies. And that show was phenomenal. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
The writers have to listen to the producers, directors, and like all that other
It's because the
too.
BBC is going very political and very PC.
Yep.
That's why the Life on Mars reboot, or the Life on Mars series 3 isn't happening now.
Yeah, I was going to say, could you imagine trying to...
The creator doesn't want to do it now under the current leadership of the BBC. He's like, it's too PC. And the show they have...
Calling her balls, smoking and drinking.
Look here, balls.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
you can call that sexist. Guess what? That was life in the 80s. That happened.
Yep.
That happened, people.
I don't understand all the... And that's another thing that's happening with the media, too, is this whole Me Too thing or whatever's going on where people are trying to uproot history and make it like it never happened. Like, that's literally exactly how you gain control and take over, like, how you, like, mind wash people.
Well, when you look at, like, they're taking down all the statues of people who owned slaves or did racist
but
shit
you
or
need
whatever.
to remember history to improve your future.
Yeah, but you need to remember history in order to not make it happen again.
Correct.
Yeah,
Once all these statues are gone, the Confederate flag is gone, all this shit is gone, everything's gone. Like, the next thing they're going to do is take down the fucking Lincoln Memorial. And he's the guy that fought for them.
I just realized they're wiping the slate clean for Civil War II.
Yep. It's exactly what's happening. There are episodes of Doctor Who. There are episodes of Stargate. There are episodes of Farscape There are episodes of shows. Fortunately, I have them downloaded and I have the original. There are missing episodes now because of the content. It's too controversial. It's too this. It's too that. Have you listened to a comedy special from the fucking 90s?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah. Fucking George Carlin, Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Have you listened to any of the podcasts that the current comedians, no matter what race they are, are talking about? Comedy is pretty much the one thing that they have that's left where they can pretty much get away with saying stuff, and even that's going away now.
Yep. I was listening,
and it's
I was listening to some people on the radio, and they were talking about that too. They were like, you can't. There's just stuff you can't say anymore.
Nope.
And even though it's comedy, and you're not technically insulting anybody, you're just making a joke.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even make a joke these days about anything in a workplace without being fired for sexual harassment, racial orientation, and like all this other shit, or religious and all this, because people get so butthurt. Grow up.
I want to know when we became pansies.
That would be probably right around the year 2000. That's about when I remember.
2008.
That's when I remember it started. It was about 2000.
Yeah, that's when everybody wanted to pad everything and, your participation started that whole movement.
Yeah, I'm glad I have Life on Mars and Ashes to Ashes downloaded because they took it off of all streaming media. And that show is fucking awesome.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I've now forgotten twice. Did you know? I didn't know this until I watched a YouTube video about it.
Yes, Megan, I agree.
If you go, for instance, you want to watch Rick and Morty, you check it out on Netflix. It doesn't exist. You can't see it on Netflix, or you used to not be able to. But you use a VPN to go to another country.
You can see it.
You go to the UK or whatever. There it is. Every episode of Rick and Morty.
Yep. And same with Roseanne too. If you go through a VPN and go on Netflix, Roseanne's still there. Amazon's the only place. I like Amazon Prime because when a show goes down, Amazon's the first one to buy the rights to play it.
Oh yeah.
All of them are
Amazon,
on Prime.
Yeah, because they know that people are going to watch them. That's why.
Yeah.
I use Amazon Music now for their HD and Ultra HD sound quality because it's. I was like, wow, I didn't realize how much we really were losing from the music we're listening to. I was like, wow, it's kind of like listening to a CD again.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
it's a cassette.
It's a lot better than a cassette or a CD. That's exactly what I was just going to say.
But no, when parents stop whooping kids, I agree with that. I would say that is a good starting point right there.
Yeah, that was also.
I would say that too. Now there was no doubt that there was overkill. That there should be some restraint. But kids, they don't have fear of adults anymore. They don't have a respect for anything.
Nope.
Because they get away with it all. They don't care, and that's why we are in the state of. We are
and even as parents,
parents are afraid of their own children, and that's that's got to stop.
No,
because then the media is raising your children.
Parents aren't afraid of their children. Parents are afraid of disciplining their children because it'll be considered child abuse.
I know exactly where that ends up too.
But I know people, or I know of people whose kids, are threatening their parents with, if they don't get their way, they're calling the authorities, blah, 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 blah. And not everybody was strong. Not all parents are strong-boned like, the ones we were raised by, or me, anyway. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, me too.
My dad wouldn't give a shit.
Go ahead. Here's the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Better make it worth it.
Yep.
My mom say something like, I'm going to call the cops on you. Here's the phone. Go ahead, call
Corey.
No. You know what this is what my grandma used to do, and my dad pulled it on me once. He after I said that, I'm gonna this or whatever, he leaves the room, and I was like, I thought I had won or something like that. He comes back, the phone's ringing. He was like, tell them. I was like, oh shit. What?
Megan, there's one topic that I just flat out can't even. I would spend a year on this topic. Joe lived it with me. CPS, DCF, DSS, whatever they're called in your state. That's just that is the one off limits topic with me. I am one of the only men who has ever beaten the state of Massachusetts in a lawsuit because of them. And that, as I said, if we're going to do a show, if we're going to talk about them, this stream's going to be live for like a month.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. It's caused permanent damage that can never be fixed. I'm still dealing with it today. But yeah, no, we're not even. I don't think those agencies should exist at all.
Nope.
Because they do not do what they are supposed to do.
Those are the agencies that should be defunded, and your neighbors should help take care of the children that live next to them. Listen, it takes a village to raise a child. It doesn't take.
Yeah, exactly. You know what we need to start doing? We need to start letting little old grandmas back influencing the community again.
Absolutely.
Respect for the elders.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Dude, a lot of times growing up, when I had 17 aunts that lived in my neighborhood, and there was Aunt Lucy, Aunt Lucy, Aunt Lucy, Aunt Lucy, and Aunt Lucy, and all Aunt Lucy's because all their names were Lucy for some reason because they're all Spanish. I don't know, but they'd see me getting in trouble, they'd whip my ass, pull my fucking ear, bring me back to my mother who would whip my ass, and then everything was okay.
The Italian way.
You got your ass beat. You got told why you got your ass beat. Then you got brought home, got your ass beat, and got told why you got your ass beat. And then everything was fine. And you got grounded for the rest of the day. You could go out tomorrow and play with your friends. And
as Dave said, nuns with rulers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Essentially, but it takes a village to raise a child. You can't raise a child on your own. You know, when I speak to A. Cortez's daughter and she's doing something wrong, I'm like, hey, no, stop that. Or if she does something good, I'm like, hey, great job. You know, a little bit positive. This is the same with you, KBT, when you're here and she's doing something wrong. You yell at her as well.
Yeah.
You know?
One of my most common things is, hey, why are you being dumb? You want to make me yell? You like when I yell? No, I didn't think so. Then why don't you stop being dumb?
I don't know how many times I've heard that.
The one.
Why you got stupid right now? You're not stupid. Quit acting it. You know, what are you doing?
Nuns, the older version of 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There'll be none of that on this program.
Now, Sarah has been a huge positive
heard none
influence
of
in
this.
Natalie's life. There's still a lot of work to be done, and unfortunately, because of this fucking virus bullshit, I can't get Natalie into the things that she needs right now. It's a year waiting list because we got to see where COVID goes. COVID is fucking done. Just open up and let's go back to living. Sorry. It's frustrating.
You know, back in the 90s when all this shit was going on, and there was all these viruses and all this other shit going around, right? You didn't see fucking restaurants closing. Goddamn, in the 90s, fucking AIDS was rampant. Rampant, dude. Fucking people falling left and right from this shit. And they didn't fucking shut down restaurants and schools and all this other shit. Right? Now
shut down bars because if you're not drunk, you won't be fucking. So
right, and now it's the funny thing is we got all this shutdown right now. Restaurants can open, but they have to maintain social distancing. So I've seen that they close down tables in between to make 6 foot and all this other shit. But they won't open bars unless the bars serve food.
Social distancing is the biggest crock of shit.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. And again,
I tell you.
Again, the papers are not in order. The papers are not in order. Now, the way that they can prevent an uprising or anything like that is to prevent people from congregating.
No, this is really simple.
No, he's got something.
I'm on a roll here. So now, in Oklahoma, back in the 90s, this shit wouldn't have happened. We all know this. So now Oklahoma's going to try to force all of their citizens to take the coronavirus test to see who's infected. They're going to get papers and they're going to get a bracelet. Now, you can't travel freely without it. This shit hasn't happened since 1941. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. The last time the schools were socialized, the medical was socialized, and weapons were removed from the people. When's the last time that happened? 1941. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing this, and we talked about this last year when something else was going on, and now, it was with the shooting in Vegas, and they're trying to remove weapons. Now, another thing that's going on now is we had a whole group of Black Panthers. Now, again, this wouldn't have happened back in the 90s, but there was hundreds of Black Panthers running up and down the street, militantly dressed, bulletproof vests, AR-15s, and other weapons harassing white people in the middle of the fucking day and putting it on Facebook. Now, since
and
that
telling they need to pay retribution for
reparations,
things that happened 100 years ago.
Now, or 200 plus years ago. But anyway, now not a single cop showed up, and I haven't heard a single thing about AR-15s since that happened.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No assault weapon bans, no nothing, anything like that. But why? Because, well, black people were doing it. And I hate
they were probably paid to go riot.
Right, by Soros and the Clintons. And you know what? They can send people to kill me, but that's my opinion. And, well, we all know who owns what.
I'm going to tell you how to solve this COVID-19 thing right now, and we're going to do it 90s style.
All right, let's listen.
COVID party!
All right.
Everyone, it just needs to run its fucking course. And people don't realize this mask's bullshit and us trying to avoid it is making it stay longer. Just fucking deal with it.
Just get sick.
Under 0.5%. Under 0.5% are going to die from it. Guess what, people? We live on a tiny planet. Yes, it might seem huge to us because we're tiny people. But guess what? The Earth can only hold so many people. The Earth needs to cleanse itself. It just needs to cleanse itself. It needs to run its course. And the longer you fight it, the longer you try to avoid it, this virus is going to mutate, and it's going to become something it shouldn't be. It just needs to run its fucking course. That is the 90s way to deal with it. Oh, there's a virus going around. Well, let's send our kids over there. Let's all get it so we can be done with this.
Yep.
Well, you better take your vitamin C and eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay 20 minutes outside every day in the sun so you get your vitamin D, too.
And go get your codeine and cocaine Tylenol and take a nap.
And make sure you drink and make sure you go swimming in the river that all the crazy mills are operating in.
And just put some dirt in it.
So you get your Ninja Turtles bath.
Yeah. Wait. We're talking about the Connecticut River, right?
Or the Housatonic.
Oh, yeah, goddamn.
I'm glad I named this episode 90s Lifestyle versus Today because this conversation has gone in every which direction, but it's all still relevant because it's a fact. Like years ago, we didn't do this years ago. We just let it happen. Just let it happen.
I can already hear the arguments now. But we didn't have the technology we had. We didn't have the medical research. We didn't have the.
No, but
it's but what it comes down to. Also, if you
thank you, Megan. We'll see you next time.
All right.
If you create a medical need for something, you create a freaking market for the pharmaceutical companies to make even more fucking money.
I will. I'll be on Xbox after.
Well, dude, I watched an Adam Sandler movie on Netflix I've never seen before. Shit, I don't remember the name of it now. It was him and David. It was The Do-Over. It was The Do-Over.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
I didn't realize the point of it until the end. They were being killed because they had a cure for cancer. People were out for them to get rid of the cure for cancer. Why? Because the government, not even the government, the insurance companies and the medical
pharma companies.
Yes, all of them don't want it to be cured because they're going to lose. Yeah, they
billions.
say, oh yeah, you're going to get billions curing it. Yeah, but we get trillions a year by treating it poorly.
Mm-hmm.
It's true with this. So the longer the Democrats can keep COVID-19 here, the longer they can make money on bullshit we don't need and that doesn't work.
Like everybody in the party that owns stock inside of masks and disinfecting companies and stuff like that.
And I'm going to throw this out here really quick just for the Facebook fact checkers that are going to watch this video. Everything stated here is the opinion of A. Cortez, Killer Bathtub, and Live Fire, a.k.a. Alan, Joe, and Brian. Nothing we say is a fact or verified by any agency in this country. It is just our personal opinion. So take it as it is.
Well, there were a few things that are fact, but we're not going to bring that up.
Yes. We're going to leave this. We're going to leave this as our opinion.
Educators here. We're not freaking.
Yeah. When I say something that is fact, I will show you the facts.
Yeah, that's different. Mm-hmm. Even then. That's a
whole different kind of show.
Yeah.
A whole different kind of audience.
You know what? I think just to please Facebook, I might, instead of the countdown, I might actually play another disclaimer like we used to.
Oh, yeah.
Like the views and thoughts expressed here on this show are the personal opinion of insert names. Nothing we say has been fact checked. Anything we say that is factual, facts will be posted on the stream. Take it as it is.
Yes.
If you are offended by anything, don't fucking watch us.
Because we just don't give a fuck.
No, this show's a little bit different. I do care. And I do like.
But there's always going to be.
Oh,
hate.
you gotta be
There's
kidding
always
me.
going to be people who hate us. But.
Your computer went to sleep and it killed.
Yeah.
The computer went to sleep,
Yeah.
so the ring light that it's plugged into just shut off. 'Cause it's plugged. I forgot to plug it into the always powered USB port. Live fire in the dark. It's midnight love songs with live fire. And now to play some non-copywritten midnight love songs that no one's ever heard.
Guaranteed to be a hit.
No one cares to hear.
True.
Now
Now,
to play the sound of chipmunks running on a keyboard.
but like going back to the original topic here, and Joe mentioned it before too, even as adults, the things that we enjoy doing, like going to our vape meets and the things that we like, all of that is just gone. It's all gone because of this heavy nonsense regulation and this constant
It's all
foot
about
of
money.
control. Yes, it's all money. The small
A
business.
political money thing.
Like, I like Trump because he's for small businesses, and I like how he is actually trying to make things better. But the other side is just making it worse. And
bombardment after bombardment after bombardment.
I miss doing things. Like, just randomly, Joe and I decided to start a business and sell fucking e-cigarettes. Yep, we did that. Our buddy Josh followed suit, and he opened a store. And we all worked there, and we all had fun there until, what do you know, government rains down, says, fuck you, you can't make your juice, you can't do this. And what do you know, it's gone. The same with the things we used to do as kids. A lot of them just aren't there anymore because you need to have this insurance now, and this isn't safe, and this isn't proven, and this and this and this. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Get out of the line.
Yeah.
I heard you say it before, and I
No
just
soup for you. 1 year.
it is.
Soup Nazi? Yeah. No soup for you.
I don't even think they could bring Seinfeld back if they wanted to now with the state
No.
of mass
'cause of the whole
media.
thing I really think they should just let the whole thing that happened with it was the dude who played Kramer go. You know, like, dude, he was getting freaking harassed so bad in that show when he finally snapped. Do I agree with the way he reacted? No, I don't. But I don't think it should have ended his career either.
No. You're not gonna turn it back on?
I'm kind of like being in the dark.
Yeah, it's very like.
It sucks.
80s.
It's ominous.
It sucks too, and like on the point of net neutrality, which Studio One Podcast was a huge supporter of. There's a button here. I can't play more than that. I can't, and I want to hear the song.
Yep.
I can't play more than that, and this is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Just let's go.
Waka Duka Luka. I had to change it a lot.
It's
You know how that phrase became like wubba lubba dub dub?
no.
They were doing a screen reading, and the guy who wrote the part was picturing the Three Stooges when I forget which one of them used to run on the ground on his shoulder and go
Curly.
But
Curly,
they did a sound like Curly. They did a sound like that, but he read it as wubba lubba dub dub. so that's how it started. Like
That's-
Justin Rowland is the man, dude.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Shit, man.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah,
I haven't seen their new show. Have you seen it?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Like
Oh, very little.
but you shouldn't be able to
Very-
hear me. Something's going on. I gotta fix this tomorrow.
I think it might be the other mic.
Yeah, because I'm gonna mute
somewhere
you.
that might be on.
No, I'm gonna mute Brian for 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I still can.
Very little though, right? Well, hold on.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah, it's something that got updated. I gotta work on this mixer because I'm hearing a faint echo and it's driving me fucking crazy. Even the graphics playing behind me, I'm waiting for the day that they start scrubbing for shit like that. banning. It's
Well,
it's
look.
cancel culture. I think they call it. That's what
Luckily,
we're in
it
now.
looks like freaking Stargate just opened right now. So
Yeah, right.
It's the portal. It's the portal to the 90s. Let's all jump in.
yeah.
It's either that or some really good acid.
Which was great in the 90s as well.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I definitely miss. I miss the way things used to be. I miss the way life is. And yes, things are going good for. Well, depends on the topic you're talking about, but generally, like life is good right now on a personal level for me. But when it comes to like outside stuff, I just feel like I'm being enclosed in this box that I can't get out of. And I'm not saying not home stuff. I'm talking just being able to go out and do something.
Yeah, like going to a convenience store without having to put on
Not-
a
not
fucking
even-
mask.
not even-
Speaking of which, I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to really say this because I've been thinking it a lot. I am getting sick and tired of fucking people on YouTube ridiculing others who don't wear masks, making songs about it, saying that they're the problem in the world today, that they're selfish dicks for spreading the virus. How can I spread a virus I don't have?
Right? And how am I going to...
You know, like, for one thing, and why are we shedding light on these douchebags that have no fucking clue? Like, you know, like, I don't... I'm sorry, I'm done. I just had to...
I agree. I don't know.
It's just random people doing TikToks and stuff, making fun of, like, making videos about people not wearing masks on fucking TikTok, dude. Like, what?
Social media, it's a great thing, but it's also what's destroying our society.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword.
It
for
is.
sure.
Like
Sure.
right now, we're broadcasting on all social media, and I love being able to do that. But there are people that are taking it in a complete opposite direction. We're on here, actually. I mean, we're just sitting here talking like we would if we were in the same room.
Yep.
That's essential. I mean, that's what radio is it not?
Yep.
But on the flip side, people, this younger generation. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go way the fuck back. And I know another way to fix this, and this has been proposed a million times. We need to get the liberal politics out of our fucking school systems.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Well, so-
it is
yeah.
now when we went to school. When we went to school, we were taught history as it sat.
Yep.
We talked
were
about current
also-
events, both sides, including the other 10 sides that never make it to a ballot. We looked at everything. Not in today's world. These
And we
kids
were taught
today.
patriotism.
Yes.
Yes.
These kids today are being force-fed PC bullshit, and this is the result of it.
You know, I was
They're being
fine. Oh, God.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I was fine with them removing religion from school,
Get closer.
right? But, you know, when they stopped doing the, national, the pledge
Anthem.
pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, in order for, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, when they took that out, I was on that. Like,
There's an agenda there,
yeah,
obviously.
right. But now it's
They're
like,
trying to soften the patriotism so that they can have a bigger stronghold on the,
Yeah.
Right.
you know.
This clearly
That's
has been a
opinion.
planned out, like,
Yeah,
decade-long plan.
like 2-3
Oh,
decade long
yeah.
plan.
More than that, yeah.
And now
hundreds.
they're teaching Common Core math, which makes absolutely no sense.
Not anymore.
They-
Not anymore.
Okay,
This
well,
year
you-
it's done.
Well,
Finally.
they were doing that, and
Yes.
it's like I can understand where like you're pulling this from this to get this to this, and like now you're like teaching the basic forms of like trig and all that other stuff. And I could see where
Right.
they're trying to do that or make it sound like they're doing that, but they're just dumbing down the population.
Yep.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Yeah.
2 plus
Yeah,
2.
it's like Johnny has 3 marbles. Cindy has 4 marbles. How many bananas does Chuck have?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what?
Wait.
Well, let's figure that out. Okay, so we take these marbles here and these bananas here, and then times it by 7 chocolate shakes. Throw in 17 AIDS monkeys, and let's
And the
get some
answer is
syphilis
3
in there.
tomatoes.
Yeah, and you get 3 tomatoes. That's what he's got. Yes.
Yeah, but how many bananas? Where are the bananas?
Oh, the bananas, you have to carry the marble to the banana power, and then it becomes tomato. And then you got to subtract the apple from the orange, and then you get freaking rosemary.
And then you take
I
some
don't know.
ecstasy, and all that just somehow becomes a banana. That's how you do it, kid. Woo! Yes, taking
Yes.
masculinity out of man is also in these kids. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. I was born with certain parts. My wife was born with certain parts. I'm a man, she's a woman. Yes, there are some people born in between. But this whole gender reassignment thing, and I don't even want to go down that road. That's a whole different thing that I think is bullshit. It is a fact.
Yeah.
Men are built and are supposed to be stronger than women. It goes back to when we were fucking wild creatures. The man did all the heavy lifting. And saying that wow, I thought my TV just magically popped up over the couch, but it's the curtain. I'm sorry. That freaked me out because Brian moved and his lights off. And there are women out there that could probably kick my ass because I'm going to mute his mic. And, oh, my God, that sounds so much better. I got to fix that. No,
I didn't notice a difference, honestly.
Yeah, there's a difference. But I'm also hearing it right straight through the mixer, and you're hearing it through the filtering and all that, too.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
But, no, taking the masculinity out of things, I think that's bullshit, too. And, like, going back to the Doctor Who argument, when people say, oh, I just don't like that is a woman doctor. No, that is not it at all. Jodie was not cast right. She is not the Doctor. Like, when they cast the Master, who's been a man for 56 years, as a woman, they couldn't have... Michelle Gomez is my favorite iteration of the Master. The female Master is my favorite. Yeah. She was everything the Master is. That was perfect casting. Jodie Whittaker, it's nothing to do with her being a woman. She just is not the Doctor. She's just not. And then people call me, I don't like women and blah. No, that's not true at all. It is not true.
I think I know what part of your problem is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but when you had Brian muted, I could hear me echoing slightly. So your headphone audio might be rebroadcasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah,
there's so much here.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. Like, it's fine for now. It'll be fine when I filter it out anyway.
Yeah, I don't hear it. Do I hear
See,
it?
now that I turned his mic
Anyway.
on, you can hear me clear as day still.
Yep.
I don't know what setting changed, but I'll figure it out eventually. But no, it has nothing to do with man or woman. There's nothing to do with that. There are just certain things one sex does better than the other. That's not to say that it can't happen the other way. I mean, it's nature's nature. We were made this way. That does not mean I hate women. That does not mean I don't. that whole thing that's been put in our new generation is another thing that's destroying things.
Well, here's another example. Women can see more shades of red than men can, for instance, because
I'm noticing that with Sarah and I arguing over colors.
And it's believed that because at a certain point, women were actually bred, see different shades of red, so they could identify the difference between poisonous plants and safe plants to eat, essentially, or safe and poisonous.
Yeah.
70%.
Generally, if it's red, it could be very bad.
Well, 70% of men are actually colorblind in some spectrum or another. 70% of men. Like, if you put too much red over too much green, I can't make out what the picture is,
And also,
vice versa.
they have more refined motor functions a lot of times. A lot of times, a practiced female shooter versus a practiced male shooter, they'll outperform the man.
Mm-hmm.
But
Go ahead and talk, Brian, really quick.
Yep, go ahead. What's up?
I'm
there's
trying to
plenty
figure
of
it
things
out.
that women can do that I can't do, and I'm not trying to say that I am some special creature by any means. I'm just saying, what is wrong with certain individuals having certain strengths and certain weaknesses? Like, I don't understand why everybody has to be, not everybody can run, everybody's just Usain Bolt.
Your audio cut out for half a second there. You froze. Say that again.
Yeah, you lagged. You started lagging a little bit. I don't know, a minute ago maybe, but that could just, I don't know.
Could have been because I was fucking with settings.
I think we're kind of chasing our tails now, but
Yeah, we're gonna end it in a minute.
Basically, I think what you're saying is why do we have to be so biased?
there you go. That's
Yeah,
right.
why do we have to be so biased? Yeah.
Yeah, well, what it comes down to too? Why do we have to be so jealous?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's
Yep.
good way to
Or
put it.
why do you have to be so scared of other people? Like, I don't get it. Like, why can't you just
Embrace them.
Yeah, embrace people for their talents, and then they'll embrace you for yours. Instead of trying to take away their spotlight.
Well,
I don't get it.
that-
I don't
that goes
understand why
along-
people just want to hate each other all the time.
That goes along with Alan's and I old philosophy we were talking about today about being managers.
Yeah.
You know, we used to embrace our employees and show their strengths and improve on their weaknesses, and in turn they would respect us and work for us and do a great job.
leadership.
Yeah,
Leadership. Right. And even as people, we can do that with one another socially, and not make it seem like we're cracking down on you because you don't understand something or whatever. No, we'll just explain it to you and then say, hey, this is how it is. Okay, let's move on, and we're going to go on, and everybody's going to have a good time, and more people are going to respect you for teaching them or showing them something that they don't know, and just everybody gets along. Can't we all just get along? Rodney King.
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I was gonna say, everybody who has said that up until modern technology has been shot.
Yep.
I was like, I fully believe that if Donald Trump was in office, freaking maybe even 20 years ago, he would have been shot by.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Second,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's still alive. At the rate the
Technology.
Democrats hate him, and especially the Clintons and the Obamas and their body counts, I'm surprised Trump is still sitting in that chair.
I'm not.
Who knows? He might be using his own money to make his security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he's got the
exactly.
Secret Service, and the Secret Service answers to Trump security.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
I'm sure there
You're
have been
fired.
people out there. You're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people out there that have tried to assassinate him in the past, and he's surely overcome that.
Oh, probably. But if we go into a civil war, and once again, this is my opinion, I feel good about being in Florida
Oh yeah.
for this.
Yeah, that's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Because if it happened
Yeah.
and I was in Massachusetts, I'd be fucking packing my shit and moving to Florida immediately, or Texas. Like, I am
The only
glad
time
I'm
I
here.
the only time I would feel fucking terrible being in Florida is if there was an invading party coming here. There's three sides.
Wyoming sounds nice to me.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no. Going off the
What you
topic
talking
here.
about? I think I might go into the mountains.
Yeah.
Canada.
We definitely missed the way life used to be. We had a lot more freedoms, a lot more fun. Hopefully one day we get to see that return. My microphone levels just shot right the fuck up again. Gonna have to fix that. But we're gonna go around this table. A lot of fire we got to close us out today.
Hey, everybody, I just want you to remember that Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Yeah.
What do you got to close us out, KBT?
Hey, again, we want things to go back to the way they used to be, and I think everybody does. And what it comes down to is just be treating your fellow, brothers and sisters like humans, and not letting the politicians control the brain space. Just kind of think for yourself and kind of treat it like we're people.
Yeah.
And people have feelings. No, I'm not. Anyway, in other words, stop being a prick. Be nice to people. Hold doors, even if they go ew. And then you get to shut the door in their face and say fine. But, but I don't know. I'm just sick of the way people treat each other, and
Yep.
we need to stop it. Yeah, I'm hearing some John Lennon in my head. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm seeing just a whole bunch of emojicons going off in every fashion. I don't know who sent them. I saw the angry face, the cry, the O face, the laughing, the heart, the hugging heart, and the thumbs up all going off at the same time.
Nice.
And
Yes.
who is that? What do you want? Don't know. Can't see it. What do I got to close us out? Well, normally I'd say if you have a dream or vision, all that same old bullshit. But I'm on board with KBT. I don't know why I've been on a kick of thinking about the past. I think it is like that in closing, I feel imprisoned. I can't go out and, as Joe said, I can't go out and hang out with my friends at a vape meet, or I can't go and shoot pool somewhere, right? We can't do much, and it's really fucking annoying, and there's no reason for it. Guys, wake up, realize how political this is. If you want to look up facts, they're not hard to find. Shut off your news media. Stop watching it. Stop watching the news. Do your own research. You want to know what's going on in the White House? There's a wonderful website. It's called whitehouse.gov. Every meeting, every conversation, everything that happens there, minus things that are essential to our national security, are there in black and white to read. The transcripts are there. The articles are there. The fucking tape recordings are there. You want to see what's going on in Congress? There's a station on TV and on the internet. Congress is played 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch what goes on in there. You can watch it and see it with your own eyes. You can see it. It's not hard to do your research. Do your research, and let's try to make this country great again. Not to steal a Trump phrase right there, but it is a fact. We can do this. We have the power to do this. So get off your ass and make it happen, because we can't keep going on like this. We can't. We just can't do it. On the note of the second show, I was not able to get a poll up. I will have a poll up tomorrow. I have to do it via Google because Streamlabs and Facebook took the polling options away. So we're going to have the vote for our second show. We want to do 2 shows a week. So right now, we will see you next Saturday at 9 o'clock. With that being said, boom, 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 boom. Woo! All right. Yes, there it is. Can you hear the music now, KBT?
Yeah, it's a bit distorted, but it'll work.
You have just listened to another episode of the Just Let It Happen podcast. I'm Ed Cortez.
Live fire and honey.
KBT.
And if you want to see everything we do, go to JLIHpodcast.com. If you want to support us, go to JLIHpodcast.com. Put in a donation. Check out our merch store. Sign up for our social media. We're on Twitter. We're on all this stuff now.
Oh, new light.
New like. Thank you, Dean. Thank you. In closing,
Vive!
Bald head.
Oh.
It is now safe to end your live stream.
We'll see you later.